Hello everyone, PallyTime here. Welcome back to the A through Z playthrough. In today's video, we have landed on Tychus Finley. He was a character in the past that was great at killing supports, great at killing assassins, great at killing tanks. He was an all-around, probably for a while, the best character you could draft if you just wanted to deal damage. These days, we're kind of thinking of Vala and Greymane as hyper carries. Tychus was definitely in that category before. Part of the reason for that was he could get the quest talent at level 4 called In the Rhythm, which would increase the duration of his minigun each time he auto-attacked while using the minigun. So at the beginning, this wasn't much of an increase at all, but the more you attack, the longer the game goes on, you could keep his trait up for quite a long time. And then that would be paired with That's the Stuff, which would just heal him for the extra damage he was doing with his minigun, which was a ton of sustain in the middle of fights and would allow Tychus to outtrade most characters in the game. They nerfed this talent synergy by making it so the minigun heals you after the duration of your minigun. So let's say, theoretically, in a perfect world, you add 8 seconds onto your In the Rhythm. That's 8 seconds more. I think it starts with 3. So in this hypothetical scenario, that's 11 seconds you would go without healing. Now, would that ever actually happen? Who knows? I don't. I've never been much of a Tychus player myself. He's one of the characters that the game launched with, and I only have him up to level 11. There are a few XP resets in there, here and there, but still, never spent too much time on him. Back in the day, I preferred Jim Raynor and his cooldown reduction trait, the Tychus and his health trait. That being said, he does have a great spot in the game right now, especially versus double warrior compositions or something like that. Something with a heavy front line, he can use his minigun to do a lot of damage. We did just try to record a game, but we lost within like 10 minutes. I think it was about a 10-minute match, and I didn't really get to show off anything that made Tychus special. I just kind of walked in and died. So I wanted to do a redo. If you want to count this as a loss, that's fine. I know we have people keeping track of my win-loss rate in this series, so you do you. You do what you feel like you need to do.
It's about time.
It's just that tentacle by his chest. It just bugs me. I don't get it. It's just clipping through his hand. It's not even like... So a potential use for that tentacle was that it could help him hold his gun up there if he grasped onto that a little bit, but it's just kind of hanging out. It's not doing anything useful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves in the Haunted Mines today. The friendly team, Tychus, Cassia, Alarak, Anna, Junkrat. The enemy team, Tracer, Valera, Brightwing, Alexstrasza, and Sonya. So when Alexstrasza uses her dragon form, we can potentially melt her health down quite quickly with our minigun. Potentially. We'll see how it goes. Other than that, Sonya doesn't really get a lot of health, and of course, Tracer and Valera are some of the squishiest targets in the game. So our trait's not going to be too useful versus them. At level 1, we are going to go for Press the Advantage to increase our auto attack range. We can use this to sit further back in a conflict or to try to chase our adversaries down. We are going to grab the vision here. Alarak solo. And then join our team down in the bottom lane. We're just kind of in a clump right now. Oh, we got to spin a friendship. I'll honor it. You get one. You get one. So, our Q ability, if you've never seen Tychus before, turns off our auto attacks, but allows us to spray out damage in a cone. Looks like I'm soloing. Alright, looks like I'm dead. She can still jump in and kill me if she really wants to. Well, because her Alarak didn't want to solo, Sonya gets half of a tower for free, gets a free lane of XP, and the enemy team is now ahead on XP. Our Q ability turns off our auto attack and allows us to deal damage in a cone, and we can continue to walk around while it's dealing damage. Our W ability is a grenade that we throw out. It does that. It does a little bit of splash damage, not too much. And we can use it for a little bit of wave clear. And then our E ability allows us to reposition a very little bit, like you just saw there. It's okay. We're mostly using it to increase our auto attack range. I'm not going to be able to trade versus this Sonya at all. I mean, the Alarak could, but we can just kind of hang out in lane. Not really. I mean, we can't really do much. Let's try to dodge those spears. Stop it! I mean, a really long time ago, maybe a Tychus could win versus a Sonya because any kind of displacement would interrupt her whirlwind, but of course, that is not the case today. Let's grab that region globe, try to keep our health high. Looks like they were able to get a kill on Alex Strauss down to the bottom lane, but we're still behind on XP because of that early lane. Cannot stress how important XP is early on in the video game. Will you just let me hit you with the minigun, please? Fuck, I keep turning it on, and then you run away, and then I have to run away, and then hit me with a spear. It's like, you're just winning this, now our region globe's over there. Feels bad, man. The friendly team jumping right into the mines. By the way, if you ever, want to play this map optimally, waiting as long as possible to go into the mines is usually what you should do. We're not getting XP in the bottom lane right now, so I'm just trying to catch our team up on talent tier. We are level 4. Generally speaking, you're going to be better off pushing. You're going to be better off getting mercenary camps right now, especially sappers. You may find that they actually deal more damage to enemy buildings than early game golems do. That was Valera. Okay. Or was it Sonya? I think it was just Sonya. Let's try to reposition over here. We're going to go... I'm feeling it this time, team. I'm feeling it. We're going to go Master Assassin. I picked this up in the last game because it has some interesting synergy with our late game talents as well as our Odin. Well, looks like our team's going that way now. Let's see if I can cut these guys off. I really want to get in there and deal damage. I'm so far behind all the time.
No one can stop us.
We should be able to just take her out. Hey, it's Yukimaru!
I'm out of here. Exceptionally
He's from chat. He queued against me, I guess. So, by getting those 2 kills that our team managed to get, we now have a 2% increased auto attack speed, I believe. Did you pulse bomb a minion? That feels really bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. I was gonna go. Maybe I'll still go in. We're probably okay with an Ana. Just try to deal as much burst damage to that tracer as we can. And once again, now that we've gotten that kill, we have that attack speed increase. If the enemy team wants to fight us, we could definitely do that. We could definitely do that. But like I said, you're usually better off just getting camps here. Now, Tychus is an assassin. Assassins typically aren't too good at getting camps by themselves, but if the enemy team or if the friendly team wants to help me, we can do that just fine. We can turn on our overkill here and kind of, spread our damage around a little bit, but it's not that much of a cleave. This is going to push the bottom lane, so now we have pressure on the map while we're down in the mines, if we wanted to do that. Let's try to knock them back. Ah, no, I don't have a grenade! Yo, I'm still in it. I'm still in it to win it. They could easily turn around and kill me if Valera wanted to re-engage. Looks like Valera wanted to re-engage. Yep. Called that a mile away and still went in. Fuck. We are going to get... You know what? We are going to get Relentless Soldier here. Being stunned or rooted grants 25 armor for 3 seconds. Reduces damage taken by 25%. So if Valera wants to go in and stun me, well, guess what, Valera? You're now dealing 25% less damage. So this Tracer Valera roaming combo that this enemy team has going on is going to be a little less effective. The Brightwing Polymorph counts as a silent, so that will not trigger it. But Sonya, if she goes for leap or hits us with a spear, will also trigger this effect. I don't know what the internal cooldown of that is or if it has one, but it doesn't say on the talent. So your guess is as good as mine. Your guess is as good as mine. Let's... I mean, now might be a good time to go down in the mines. I don't know. You'll notice that both teams kind of gave up on the objective, and it hasn't really changed the state of the game at all. You see what I mean? We're actually pretty close to level 10, so we should keep soaking, but everyone just left the top lane. Hey, there's a Valera. Good job. Good eyes. Good eyes, Ana. You only have one of them, but it works real good. We are going to pick up a kill there, turn the minigun on, and attack this Sonya. Trying to chase after with the overkill. We're not quite able to do that. Level 10 is rapidly approaching for the friendly team. If we grab this, we'll be a little bit better off. Now, like I said, I can reposition these guys a little bit. with our grenade, but it's not going to be a massive amount, and they are just going to push us right out of that area and take that camp. Cassia is soaking top lane right now, so we need to soak bottom lane just to get level 10. We do have four stacks on our Master Assassin quest here. We need 15 for it to be completed, so we are still pretty far away from that. But hey, we were already getting more of a bonus this game than we were last game, so I feel pretty good about that. By the way, we are recording these live on Twitch. I've been doing behind-the-scenes recordings every Monday and Friday if you're interested in watching these live. All right, level 10 has been achieved. I vote we just push this in really hard because we already have our whole team here. And we also have some pretty decent wave clear. So yeah, let's just go for this. This is not the lane that our giant will be pushing, but since we're already here, why not? This should be a free building. The enemy team's rotating down. Sonya behind us. Let's just reposition and continue to auto-attack her. We do have the minigun up. Is it going to be enough to take her down? It looks like it will be. Alexstrasza raining down fire from the skies, though. Oh, that minion walked right into me. We'll just try to displace these guys and back up with our Q active. The polymorph is going to interrupt that, though. The Emerald Wind pushing us back. If these guys stay in, we can pop the Odin and hit them with some long-range artillery over the wall here, but it does look like they are backing up. We weren't able to get the building, but I think we applied a pretty decent amount of pressure. We can clear the wave. Honestly, we should just be getting camps, but I'm not really playing a character that can get camps, so let's go do this finally, I guess. Apply a little bit of pressure here. Looks like the team is following. We will just go ahead and start this up. Junkrat already in position. The enemy team could come in here. They could sabotage us. I mean, think about this tactically, right? And I talk about how shit this objective is all the time. Think about this. The game state kind of defaulted back to normal. If the enemy team notices that we're doing this, we're at a disadvantage because we're trying to do the objective. If the enemy team notices we're doing this, that opens them up for so many more options, right? They can get camps, which is probably the least effective of the options at this point. They can just group up as 4 and push a building down, which will probably do more work than what this golem at this point in the game will do. They can go fight us at the golem, which we're already taking damage from and will have less health than them when they engage. Like, it's such a difficult objective, you know? It's like difficult to justify doing it. We do have the bigger golem, and that is pushing the top lane right now. Our team, however, is not pushing with us, so we likely can't move in too far with this. Junkrat down the bottom lane is going to defend against their golem, which won't get too much value. Does look like we might be able to get the building down. Let's go ahead and pop Odin back here. Sonya just walking into our whole team there. Now, Odin does unlock some new abilities for us. We have Annihilate on our Q, Ragnarok missiles on our W. These are both long-ranged artillery-style attacks that we can use versus the enemy team. Our E ability doesn't change much. It still allows us to reposition just like it did before. Now, our Master Assassin talent does increase the damage that we deal while we're in the Odin, or it does increase the attack speed of our auto attacks while we're in the Odin. I know that was a little redundant to say, but yeah, you get it. Looks like we were able to do a pretty effective push here. The enemy team's Alexstrasza is artillerying us right now from the skies, but we could just back up, no problem, deal a little bit of damage to that Sonya, and try to walk away. Looks like we'll be able to make it out of there, no problem. Do we want to try for this camp? It's a little bit risky. The enemy team is up in the top lane, but with Cassia here, we actually have a ton of clear speed, so we're going to be able to take that over. No problem. We should just go for our camp now. But yeah, that's kind of the weird outlook on this map in particular. It's that the objective actually takes you away from a lot of things that might even be more effective on the map at any given time. Another couple kills for the friendly team is putting us in a pretty good position. Let's try to chase after Brightwing with the overkill active. Oh, you dirty little rat. Beautiful. The grenade would have killed her, but it looks like Cassius Q did the job as well. So we're at 10 stacks, bringing us up to a 4.4 attack per second auto attack right now. Remember, while minigun is active, which is only 3 seconds long, if we attack someone, We deal a, what is it, 2.5% of their maximum HP per auto attack? Like, we're meant to be a tank buster. And if we can land more auto attacks during that time, that's a lot of extra damage. Alarak asking for some help up here at the sapper camp. We can move up and try to help him out. Looks like we are going to get some sappers pushing the bottom lane. They're likely not going to deal any damage. It's a pretty long road there. The camp I was trying to take earlier is now going to be taken by the friendly team. And again, we're kind of in a position where if no one does the objective, we can push the bottom lane now quite strongly. If the enemy team defends, then nothing bad happens, right? If the enemy team sends one person, just one person down into the mines, then we have a numbers advantage. And we might be able to just push the building down easier. If the enemy team doesn't send one into the mines, well, what's the negative part for us? We didn't miss out on shit. First, let's get bot keep. You get what I'm saying? It's like, if they try to do the objective at this point, they're just at a disadvantage, which is kind of weird for a map objective. We are going to go for Titan Grenade. The friendly team is attacking a wall currently instead of helping me attack this wall. Only 10 seconds, but we have all the advantage here. Well, we would have if Alarak wasn't in the mines. All right. All right, I think I made my point clear. We won't talk about it anymore. Looks like we will get the wall of the enemy team down. Sonya engaging in. We'll just hit her with that minigun damage, take her down. Valera opening up on me. Can we deal any damage? Oh, we got her, boys. We got her, boys. And the push continues. I'll stop moving for our Ana. Now imagine if we had our whole team doing this. How great would that be? All right, the minions are here. We could just move up and start dealing some damage to the keep. And now we have catapult pressure in the bottom lane. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? Alright. Now I'm totally fine going into the mines and doing the objective. We can do that all day. Let's do it. Let's do it, team. Looks like we might actually lose top, but hey, it's already gone. By the time we get up there, it will still be dead. So let's hit him with the overkill. Try to deal as much damage as we can. This is called overkill, right? Yeah, it is. Kind of an intimidating name for a talent that doesn't do much, or for an ability that doesn't do much. Looks like we're in a little bit of a team fight over here as the friendly team was going for a sapper camp. Let's see if we can help them out at all. Exiting the mines just above them. Tracer dealing a lot of damage to our Ana, and now Valera coming into the fray as well. We're going to go ahead and turn the minigun on and try to deal as much damage to Sonya as we can. We were repositioned, which of course is never good, but it looks like she will be taken down. Valera now coming into the fight is going to deal enough damage to our Alarak to kill him off. I hopped in the Odin and I'm just going to try to get away from this. We cannot mount up while we're in the Odin. Will they look here though? They don't get vision of me, right? Yeah, we good. Yeah, we good. Valera does manage to pick up a kill on our Junkrat in the top lane. Now fighting Cassia as well. Kind of running circles around Cassia at the moment, though. Valera's getting a lot of picks. She's playing really well, honestly. As well as you can play a Valera, I guess. The enemy team will likely be heading into the mines to finish off that golem now, but we can get this camp, which will be just fine for our team. Get some more pressure pushing in the bottom lane. Remember, we already got the keep down to the bottom lane, so no matter what, our boss is going to be walking to core. Our golem's going to be walking to the core. It actually doesn't appear like they're doing anything down there, so maybe we go, I guess. Well, Sonya's there. Hopefully the friendly team comes and joins us. We don't have Odin, so we're not super long range. But look, now that we're doing the objective act... Okay, I said I wouldn't talk about it anymore. I just wanted you to notice Sonya's health. It was a little low. That's all. Ana's still not down here. Alarak's still not down here. So hopefully we don't run into too much trouble. Looks like I got all of the skulls. We're actually pretty... Yeah, I was going to say we're pretty vulnerable to the Valera here, and she does take us down. Now we have a golem pushing the bottom lane shortly. We have catapults pushing with that. As long as a decent amount of our team stays alive, we have a pretty sizable potential to end the game right here. Push bot for the win. Or chase Valeera around and literally allow her to waste your time when you could be winning the game. Stop chasing. He's gone. He's gone. He went top. Okay. Okay. All right. Feels bad, man. Feels real bad. So, like, for instance, if we were really that worried about this defense, I could have been the one to do it. I'm rezzing right now anyway. I'm dead. I could do it. But instead, we're probably not going to get any value out of this because our team's not there. We have hit level 20 now, and I'm going to go for sizzling attacks. Basic attacks deal bonus damage to heroes equal to 1% of their maximum health. This stacks with... Are they all dead? I was actually going to go back them up. But yeah, looks like they're dead. This stacks with your minigun trait, so we deal 3.5% per auto attack. There are some builds where you can get that significantly higher as well. Hey, look at that golem killing the base. What if our team was there? Weird. We could have like won the game or something. Weird. This does stack with your minigun. So there's like a build where you can get like 5% per auto attack on an enemy hero, which is pretty ridiculous. If not more, it might be more than that. Which could be pretty good. I hope I don't have to tell you that. But with the sizzling attacks and our attack speed quest, we hit 5 attacks per second just all the time. If we have, and we don't even have to have minigun to steal potentially 5% of target's health per second. If we have minigun on, it's even more. But I thought this would have some pretty good synergy. And Odin has the synergy with the attack speed increase. But, you know, we can't get our whole team together to fight something that doesn't do us that much good. This talent is actually not picked very often. I thought Master Assassin had potential. I thought it could be okay. It's just not a lot of people actually go for it. We have a little bit of pressure down to the bottom lane right now. We should just group up and push the top lane. Go ahead and cleave these guys down to the best of our ability. Now, like I said, I'm not a super good Tychus player by any means, so take any advice I'm giving you about this character with a grain of salt. But it seems like this combination's okay. Combination seems all right. So the enemy team is putting pressure on our buildings right now, but they're only pressuring a fort. Actually, it's mostly Brightwing, just split soaking now that I look at it. And they're only pressuring a fort. We're not really worried about that. Let's try to protect our Ana player here, forcing the rewind of that tracer there. I'm trying to get in here and attack, but, well, it's not going too well. Let's jump into the Odin really quick and try to finish off that Brightwing. We do that just fine. And now I need to try to kite these guys around to the best of my ability, which isn't. It's not that good. Not very good at it. We might get a kill on Valeera with the trait of that Junkrat. Guys that need peels. Let's try. We don't have a lot of CC. I don't really know what you were expecting for appeals. I mean, the only thing we could have done was blind tracer in that scenario. Well, our team died right as the objective is up. We're going to be dead for about another 30 seconds, more or less. The friendly team looking to push the top lane right now to get that keep. We have some decent catapult pressure down in the bottom lane. We'll probably get one more catapult piling up. So if they're a little distracted, if we can team fight them here, we might actually get a decent amount of core damage in, but they are definitely going to get this keep. Definitely going to focus that down. Regardless of the outcome of this game, it's a hell of a lot better than the last one. I actually got to talk about some stuff and show it off a little bit and complete my quest a little bit. Someone in chat said that if you don't kill anyone with this quest, then it's basically like you don't have a level 4 talent. I mean, they're very true. And then last game, we just didn't kill anyone with that quest, and we didn't have a level 4 talent. It felt really bad. So the enemy team was able to get some catapult pressure up in the top. Junkrat is clearing that out right now. It looks like we're going into the mines to fight. Alarak by himself did spot Sonya, and we could try to cut off that escape. He's just sitting there trading into her. She does have that damage reduction up right now. We're just going to use our minigun trait, use our E ability to increase our auto attack range, and stand there and auto attack her. The enemy team with 37 skulls right now. So they are way ahead. So again, different point about the objective now. It's actually better for us to, well, maybe not. I was gonna say it's probably better for us to not get the objective now, just because we know the enemy team is gonna have a stronger golem. But our golem would be pushing a lane that has a keep exposed. Their golem would be pushing a lane that has a fort exposed. So, maybe it's worth. Yeah, nailed it. I was brave. So, you know, we have that going for us. The enemy team looks to be pushing top right now, at least Brightwing does. We'll just pop up there, clean up that catapult pressure. Tracer's up top, so we can assume Valera is not far behind. 1 grenade, 1 Q should clean this up. Oh, it looks like our team's fighting. Or posturing for it. So, catapult's cleaned up. Do we base race this? I think we base race this.
Your golems are of similar strength.
I feel pretty okay about the base race. Tracer might be... Oh, she jumped into the root! Oh, team, we got it. That's great for us. Tracer was our biggest problem with our Ana. It was difficult to peel her off. And we interrupted the Alexstrasza heroic ability too! I'm just gonna sit here as the Sonya spinning. I'm not too worried about that. I am a little worried about the Valera though that did end my life. Cassia is almost dead, but getting some heals from our Ana to stay alive momentarily. Valera is going to take her down. For team, we got a race. Remember, they do have the bigger golem here. They do have the bigger golem. Focus the building. Oh no. Well, that's a nano boost. He's walking in circles with it. Hey, there you go. Good job. Good job. All right, so we should have this no problem. Only Sonya alive for the enemy team. Tracer is going to be coming up momentarily. Alarak still not focusing the fucking core. Just hit the core. Just hit the core, man. Hit the core, team. You can do it. You can do it. Don't try to peel. Just hit the core. All right, boys. That is going to be our game today. Again, for those of you keeping track, we lost the first game really bad. This was a redo, so mark this one however you want to as far as our win-loss ratio for the A through Z season. But pretty good game. Tychus is a good character. He's just not one that appeals to me very much. His low attack range just always felt really clunky to me, personally. But he definitely has a spot in the game. Like I said, he's fantastic versus double warriors. He can melt that front line, no problem. The build we went for today: Press the Advantage, Master Assassin, Relentless Soldier, Commandeer Odin. That's the stuff. Titan Grenade and Sizzling Attacks. I don't think I talked about Titan Grenade. It just does 5% of a target's bonus, or 5% of a target's maximum health as bonus damage when you throw the grenade out. So once again, another skill that's better for high health targets rather than low health targets like the majority of what we were facing. But it's a pretty solid build nonetheless. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hit the thumbs up button if you did, and I will see you guys next time with Teriel. Nailed it. Okay, bye.